Okay. God damn.
Whoa, I thought that was like one of those brrr, like fucking Wheel of Fortune joints.
Or the little shit they put on the door.
I feel better.
Well, I hope so.
In case anybody was curious.
Not looking any better. No, I'm just kidding.
It doesn't smell any better over here.
Oh, God. Door's closed.
No, not at all. All right.
Nick, turn on the AC. The All About Nothing podcast may have content and language that is not appropriate for some. Listener discretion is advised. Recorded live from GOT Sound Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast with Barrett Gruber, Trent Clark, and me, the most attractive host, Zack.
All right, everybody, welcome to the All About Nothing podcast. This is episode number 171. I am Barrett Gruber, joined by Zack King over there on the far right, I think. That's far right. Trent Clark here to my left, and we're going to welcome Zack from famously Garnet here in just a minute.
Zack Boyd in the house.
So very excited.
The most famous person
Very excited
at
to...
USC right now.
Let's start off by saying we had Best of Columbia, the free times in here.
Yeah.
You had an honorable mention.
Yeah.
But we all voted for you for
Yeah, we did.
100%.
for
man.
best.
Hey, you got at least 6 votes out of me. So
Yeah, but they should like the people who follow you. I'm just going like, oh, okay, all right. Like,
Yeah, if we're going off of popularity, y'all not touching Zach right now.
yeah, that's true.
His
All right.
follow list is crazy.
Please subscribe to the show. That's how we get new listeners. Also, please consider supporting us financially by visiting theallaboutnothing.com and becoming an official member and proudly calling yourself a true nothinger. We have a bunch of membership tiers available. Gives you early access and exclusive content. Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you think we're worth it, give us a 5-star rating and drop a review because, sometimes Zach needs something to sit down on the toilet and read.
it's true.
If you're not on Apple Podcasts, give us a review where you can. Share the episode with your family and friends. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You can find links to all of that, social media, merchandise, everything at theallaboutnothing.com. With that out of the way, we do have a few shout-outs. I saw you get excited.
Yeah, let's go.
So first shout out, Free Times, Lindsay Conine, events and marketing manager, thanks for coming in last week and helping us make our big announcement, the best local podcast in the Best of Columbia 2023 voting. Also, shout out to all of the Free Time staff at the fantastic party they put on this weekend. Also want to say hello to Tate White, who is the marketing and account executive with the Free Times. We got to meet Tate, and she was very lovely.
She was fun. She was awesome.
Let's see. Also, shout out Columbia Fireflies, John Kosis. Thanks to John Kosis Jr. and the Columbia Fireflies for their weekly Nothing or Firefly update. Only one more week left in the 2023 season when this episode drops. It's an away. They're at Myrtle Beach. So if you have it in you, head out to Myrtle Beach and go support the Fireflies because I honestly, I don't know where they are in the rankings, and I don't know what sort of, playoffs exist in the minor leagues.
Well, if the playoffs don't come to Segra, we need to talk to John about a friends and family game for AAN.
I would like to see if we couldn't get like a celebrity softball game out there at Segra Park. I think that's
it's feasible. Come on,
I think
John.
that's a do. Also, some events coming up. City of West Columbia has announced the lineup for the Meeting Street Music Festival. This is a free event. It's on Saturday, September 16th, starting at 4 p.m. On the main stage, the Reggie Sullivan Band. Then Turnstiles, that's the Ultimate Billy Joel Tribute Band. Following that, Melissa Morgan, national R&B recording artist. And then on stage 2, Sunset Stage, Easy Shakes, Siobhan Campbell, and Trey Sounds. And then they're wrapping it up with Civil Remedy. So you can visit meetingstreetmusicfestival.com for details on that. As well, New Brooklyn Tavern keeps pumping out the events. Lots of events coming up. Wednesday, September 6th, Black Tusk. Thursday, September 7th, 200 Stab Wounds, Flesh Rot, No Cure, Crypt, and Severed by Dawn.
Those sound like my people.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Saturday, September 9th, you got Salvia and Slackjaw and Navtech. And then Sunday, September 10th, it's Goth Night. So go check that out. You can check out newbrooklyn.tavern.com for more details and tickets. The lineup of events and concerts goes well into October. So check that out and support one of West Columbia's institutions.
We should absolutely go to Goth Night. And I'm talking about like Whiteface,
Sunday night, Goth Night.
all of it.
I'm going to come in there and be like, 'cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again.
Zach, you went to the Coheed and Incubus concert.
Yes.
Yeah, we seen you there, man.
Trent was like, yeah, I'm the biggest Incubus fan, and he can hum two parts of it.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting my life.
Like 6 measures.
All my life I've been waiting on that band.
He's like, why do I take the wheel? I was like, what is that song?
So, Zach, when you appear on different podcasts, do they give you like an intro or anything? Do they introduce you?
Because you didn't give him an intro.
I haven't yet. I have it written.
Okay.
It's funny. I'm normally the one that is asking the questions.
Sure,
sure. Welcome to the other side.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of getting used to this whole, this side of the thing. But.
Well, here we go. Here is one of Columbia's most popular internet influencers reporting on everything South Carolina Gamecocks and has recently been named exclusive online reporter for the South Carolina Gamecocks soccer team. He runs the verified Famously Garnet's Twitter account with more than 6,000 followers, including Zack's personal hero, Shane Beamer. Sorry, messed that up. Welcome to the All About Nothing podcast, Zack, Famously Garnet.
Welcome.
It's real to be on the best podcast in Columbia.
Right? Oh, say that one more time for him. Say that one more time for him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, I made a handful of burners, not only for my voting, but y'all's voting as well.
Don't give them the sauce too much, man. Don't give them the sauce.
Hey, we admitted to 3 times when they were in here, like, listen, we have fans in India.
Yeah.
We may or may not have.
I was a little concerned they were going to go and actually check some IP addresses on some of the voting, but we lucked out.
I mean, with Zack having that, I mean, if the Fireflies stops, I mean, it'd be great to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You come
Zack.
in and give little weekly updates about football and soccer.
Or if I can, honestly, I could just get you on the phone. We could just record just a quick 30, 45 second thing, and
on the best team in South Carolina.
That'll replace that. So hey, I do want to say though, unfortunately, for the best of Columbia, Trent was not able to join us.
I was not.
And I came up with an idea
after the party
of how we can make sure to include Trent in things that he can't come to. Because first of all, let me just say, Trent does not miss these things because he wants to miss them. He misses them because he has what I call a very professional DJing career.
Appreciate that.
He is in demand. So whether it's at the venue on Saturdays and Sundays for the All-Star Brunch or for the drag show review brunch on Sunday, sometimes he can't make it to things. So the solution that I came up with was I have a Trent.
A very handsome picture.
I have a Trent head that
you need to put on your face.
That will just.
Well,
Would that be blackface? Would that technically be blackface?
You know what?
I see.
If he puts holes in the eyes, if he puts holes in the eyes, right?
So I have a Trent face, and then for the things that Zack can't show up for because he has obligations to places, I have a Zack face. This doesn't work. Look at that camera.
That's pretty good, man. I can't lie. And as you can see, people, Barrett does not have a face for himself because he knows he's showing up to everything. Okay,
I got to bring the equipment.
I don't know you, but I'm glad to be at your bar mitzvah.
Just a reminder.
I actually got to do a bar mitzvah. It's coming up very soon.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
The All About Nothing podcast.
Yes, sir.
Podcast in Columbia.
Yes, sir.
Bill Kimler actually reached out to me earlier this week, and I
enjoyed the Trent's mama jokes. He messaged me about that.
Did he? Yeah. Sorry, Trent.
Bill, you're getting lower and lower on that list, buddy. You're getting lower and lower on that list. Do not enjoy anything this man says.
So Bill messaged me earlier, so I'm trying to pull up this tweet.
Bill's gonna be president one day. You hear it first.
Well,
Bill was already president. Clinton.
While I'm wow. While I'm pulling this up, I just want to make sure everybody makes sure to check out Bill and Jamella's podcast, Black, White, and Blue in the South. It's another.
I've been listening. It's really good.
Yeah, today's episode was fantastic.
Yeah.
The emergency podcast. So make sure to check that out. So Bill messages me. And he says, actually, he tweeted it to me. He says, have you seen this yet? It's very concerning. They say they have evidence of election irregularities and have filed lawsuits to stop this from proceeding. Any comments? And what his tweet said was it's from SC Lead Pod, which is the official podcast for SC Lead.
The runner-up to Best in Columbia. Yep.
It says, we have received credible reports that the Free Times Best in Columbia award in the podcasting category was rigged and stolen from us. Nobody believes that AAN_pod received more votes than we did. There will be a rally at their studio on Wednesday, and we encourage you to show up to help stop the steal.
All right, come over and catch the smoke.
I mean, we need advertisers, guys. So come on over here. Bring it. You tagged us. Come on.
It was a joke.
Hey, you gonna find out which one I lead with?
Yeah, right or the left.
It didn't actually happen.
Okay,
Bill,
you had me hyped.
Yeah,
you had me hyped. Come on,
Bill put that together for me.
Bill is disseminating misinformation.
Look at him.
Right.
He's worse than Trump.
The leader of the Greenwood Democratic Party is out here disseminating misinformation.
How do we know to trust you now, Bill? What do we trust?
Not completely legal.
I thought it was hilarious, and then I tried to convince him that I believed it.
You're like, oh God, when are they coming?
He's like, I think he said something about. I thought we knew each other well enough that that was bullshit. And I was
Knowing Barry, he would have followed SC Lee and would have checked the back and would be like, "Nah, they never said that."
I heard you're coming. What do you want?
What do you want?
I did.
The only thing you're going to catch is hands.
All right. So the reason Zach's here from Famously Garnet is really just to talk about the upcoming football season. So, Mom, I apologize. This one's going to go a little bit into the sports arena
Because we like sports and we don't care who knows.
That's fair. That's fair. So, Zach, ultimately, I want to know because you're a Gamecock fan,
Right.
and how do you think realistically the Gamecocks are going to end their season this year?
So realistically, I've said on
Remember, Shane Beamer is listening to you right
Oh,
now.
hey, no, Shane might catch wind of this. No, there's no doubt.
Okay.
I've said many times in other shows as well that I've had South Carolina going between 8-win, 9-win season.
Okay, that's
And
respectable.
I firmly believe it because South Carolina went last year, and I said last season, I've got South Carolina going 8 wins. They did that. How they did it was something else we could talk about later, of course.
Crazy.
But no, this season they have all the rights and means to go to an 8-win, 9-win season. Sure, they have a tougher schedule, but also at the same time, South Carolina hit a lot of areas in the transfer portal that they continue to do well.
Yeah.
NIL's become a big thing. They brought in some big fish through the recent recruiting class.
Yeah.
A lot of big names out there. So I firmly believe that South Carolina is an 8-9 win team this season. I really do.
8-9 win season. That's not bad. Have you followed any of Georgia Tech? What do you think theirs are going to be? Because I've got a few Vegas bets that I still need to put in.
It's about 1 and 2.
No, come on.
They just quit after 3?
Yeah.
I honestly, looking at their schedule, and we'll go through. Well, first let's go through the South Carolina Gamecock schedule, okay? Because ultimately, and then we'll go through.
You got the whole schedule?
I got the whole schedule.
I think there's. Please tell me if you agree. The biggest indicators. Marcus Satterfield had that overcomplicated offense. When he with the super play calls that are NFL, where you're getting to the line muttering 12 words and everyone's going like, I hope I got this down.
Sure.
And then when they streamline it in the last 3 games, Spencer Rattler and the rest of the team is like, I get what's going to happen now. And you catch everything.
Yeah.
And then now you have Dow Loggins come in who says, all right, we're pro style, but we're going to keep it simple. You know what I mean? And you may come up to the line with 8 plays that you have in mind to go with.
I tell you, man, I've talked to so many players last season how complicated that offense was, and I won't say their names, but it was complicated. I mean, these kids are college athletes.
Yeah. Right.
They go to class. They try to have a life. It's being a student athlete, it's hard to do. No matter in this day and age or, a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Right now, with Dow Loggins, the way his offense is going to be ran, a lot more simplified, a lot more easier, and the guys are loving it. I hear updates all the time about what's going on in practice. I talk to a lot of the kids. Actually, you bring up Georgia Tech. Amarian Brown transferred from Georgia Tech. He's a good kid. Yeah. Talk with him a lot. He's told me, things about it. So, South Carolina right now, the way the offense is it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's a lot to be excited about right now.
And I think you picked up a lot of that, too, when you saw, like, Justin King when he came out with the videos and the Clemson game where they come up and they're like, what are we going to do? Like, all we needed was a first down. They said, give Juice the ball. Sats goes, all right, I'm listening to these boys. We're just going to give Juice the ball and got the first down and win the game.
And, after the Florida game last year, it was
awful.
It was terrible. It was like a 38-6 win for Florida. Anthony Richardson put on a show, which sure he's athletic, but he's not that guy. He's not a Cam Newton. He's not a Deshaun Watson, guy in that collegiate level.
Well, yeah,
that people are trying to paint him out to be.
He only really did it twice last year.
It's cool that you can hit the roof. You have arm power, but the rest of it's
2 out of 12 does not win you a championship.
No.
No, so I firmly also believe that, and there's controversy there, that Marcus Satterfield might have not been calling those plays the last couple of games of the season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've heard that kind of committee type deal, which, we saw it happen.
Yeah.
Something changed, and then you had the players going, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What else are you going to do at that time? It's all down on the deck. So.
I do have I do have the schedule for both South Carolina and Clemson, and I think what I'd like to do is at least go through their schedule and get an idea of where you guys think these games are going to fall. Trent, you can participate in the Gamecock one.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm gonna let them boys do their thing.
I want your
because I already know what they're gonna say, but I know what Zack.
I'll be
King is gonna
objective.
say
I'll be
about
objective. I promise.
Our schedule, you know what I mean? But I just know one loss for us, it's no way we can see a championship. So that's just how it works.
I'm not gonna hold.
So I have to be realistic.
I'm not going to hold anybody to these, just so you know. I'm just this is there's no blackmail that's coming after this or anything.
Well, I'm
like
the only
that.
blackmail here.
That's fair. All right, so this Saturday, South Carolina opens up in Charlotte with North Carolina. South Carolina's home in this one, which
Are they?
yeah, for a neutral site game.
I don't understand why they did that.
Well, I think when we played them last, were we the away team?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
And so on our lockers, they put Carolina, and on their lockers, they put UNC or Tar Heels.
Oh, so that's the reason why.
I'm curious to see when we see the locker room if they switch it. I'll be like, oh, that's dirty pool, man.
So ultimately, how do we feel this game's going to go?
I'll go first.
Yeah, realistically, not just because you're a fan. Okay.
I think Drake May is super dangerous. I mean, when you quarterback rating, he was like the best, even when under pressure.
Yeah.
He was really good. I think the other side of that coin is that nobody's talking about Spencer Rattler and how good he can be. I mean, even the Notre Dame game, he was great.
Yeah.
I think that if it's simple and they keep playing and continue to pick up from where they were, you have Juice Wells out there. You have Trey Knox now. And now you have Nicholas Harbor out there. I mean, he has weapons, period. Dak is going to be running back for us. I think he's a very dangerous man to give time behind the pocket if the O-line can hold for that. I think UNC's defense is suspect.
Okay.
I'm laughing because we're gonna be all day if he does this with every single team. So give me a win or a loss, sir.
Hey, it's the
win or a loss.
So far, it's the only one that so far it's the only one.
Win or loss.
So far, it's the only one I put that much thought into.
Which one?
It's a dub,
It's a W. All right.
and I think it might be bigger than people expect in South
dog.
Carolina's favor.
Zach, what do you have?
No, I do also agree with Zach. Kind of break down real quick that, yeah, UNC's defense is very suspect. They have a lot of talent there, but in a ton of undevelopment talent, ton of underdevelopment going on there at UNC. Right. Drake May is fantastic. However, no Tez Walker right now at this moment. The number one wide receiver from Kent State transfer. Great kid. Films for oh, man, it's amazing. Can't even say it enough. Here's the thing, though. They don't have them. Okay, you're down to two wide receivers. The tight end room is okay. The running back room is all right. But that defense, it could make it an absolute nightmare. And Spencer Rattler could eat in this game. He absolutely could.
Okay.
I would not be surprised to see a 21-point game for South Carolina win on that.
And not to mention Xavier Legette coming on. Like at the end of last year, he came on too.
Excel's a dog.
Yeah.
Trent's going to give you a W on that one, but he didn't want to go into a whole explanation. So
It's the first game. It's the one we've been thinking about the most of them. One at a time.
So sticking with the September 2nd date, Clemson is at Duke. How are we feeling about Clemson at Duke?
I think Clemson will take it. Duke could surprise, but it would take a lot.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have Clemson as well. I think that offense is going to really show what they can do under Garrett Riley. So
yeah, I actually, so just based on the Vegas odds, I have Clemson by 40.
God damn.
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna take the under.
No, yeah, I would take the under.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
You're taking the under? Oh, okay.
So September 9th, USC is hosting Furman, so I can assume that's a win across the board.
I've heard people say that it could be closer than they think, but South Carolina tends to keep
Play
game.
down. They play down.
Play to the level, but I don't think it's going to happen, especially if what happens to North Carolina, as I hope happens. I think South Carolina keeps the gas down. And also, I think you're going to see a bit of new faces because Georgia comes next.
Sure, yeah. So that was going to be my next question. I was going to skip on the Clemson week, but head over to Georgia because ultimately, the two-time national champions. We're looking at Georgia being one of. I mean, they're basically creating themselves a dynasty lately.
And you don't even have to have a good quarterback, really. You just have to have a fairly competent one.
Or a good defensive coordinator. You got much shit.
Yeah, no, you don't.
So
they have to come here.
Yep.
And the place will be packed.
No. South Carolina's at Georgia.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's
They
a
were here
loss.
last year.
That's a loss.
Well, it's not necessarily.
That's a loss. I give y'all a chance.
I'll
believe in y'all.
If I was
believe
putting-
in y'all when y'all play home.
If I'm putting my house on it, I'm going to take the L.
You're going to take the L.
Just it's they're still stacked. I mean, it's still really good, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did come out and win.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I see y'all games. Like I've worked y'all games before, and like y'all get so pumped up when the fans are behind y'all. Like when y'all are home and y'all can feel the environment, y'all play.
Oh yeah, they do.
Y'all play out of this world when y'all are home, which is crazy. So that's the only reason why. If Georgia would have been here, I probably would have gave y'all the W just because I can just see a crazy ass upset like that happen early in Georgia.
And if one thing bad happens in Sanford Stadium, they stay quiet for a long time.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah,
You can quiet that stadium pretty quick.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
It's like Yankee Stadium. It goes from
home run.
It goes from cheering to booing.
Yeah, double play. Oh,
Aaron Judge is up again.
Get him out of here.
So the next one, Mississippi State. South Carolina is going to be hosting Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State is going to be that one's not going to be an easy one.
I think Will Rogers is under the radar a little bit. I think he's a pretty damn good quarterback.
Yeah.
And if the new head coach still decides to air raid it like Leach did, who's to say? I think we'll win it. I don't think Mississippi State's ever been a true problem for South Carolina. There's other teams that you're going to mention later that I'm like, damn it, like toss up.
A&M.
Yeah, I mean,
problem with y'all.
but they had a number one class last year and they were a joke.
Yeah, that's true.
Xavier
I'm gonna say L.
You're saying L on
y'all gonna take 2 L's back to back.
They're here, right?
Yeah, that's here.
No cowbells, so I'm good about that.
They'll bring them.
And they'll get knocked out.
It's not a lot of cowbells in Columbia.
Oh, for sure not.
No, they need to go up in the upstate to find those.
That is true. That's if they can make it to the game because there's only one entrance in and one entrance out, or one exit out, and
It's that agricultural.
there's a potential you get lost on the drive-in.
What you got, Zach?
Yeah, no, I think Zach Arnett, first-year head coach, this is going to be his first real road test. And I believe, I don't know for sure, but I think that Mississippi State plays LSU the week before.
Oh, see, that makes a difference.
I think
Little sore.
85%, I believe that's correct. So Zach Arnett, and no, granted, LSU does go to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
But this is going to be Zach Arnett's first test on the road.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it for him.
All right. So I'm going to put down a win then.
Put down a win. Yeah.
That'll win. Next after that, Tennessee. Tennessee's been pretty shit lately.
And they're mad.
Yeah.
They're so mad because
they've been shit.
Tennessee, the University of Tennessee.
Talking about the one that beat Alabama last year?
Okay, first of all, Alabama was not Alabama last year.
It doesn't. They're a good team. Their defense was suspect, which is much so how I expect North Carolina's to kind of be.
Their offense was crazy. The way the points they put up.
Well, and then you have a lot of Tennessee fans
he's
come
gone,
back.
right? That wide receiver that put up all the points?
Jalen Hyatt, yeah.
Gone,
Dutch Fork native.
Yeah.
And so now you have what's his face that picked up for their hurt quarterback, and now his name's escaping me.
They might win against Tennessee. I'm gonna give it a win.
And it's in Neyland. Yeah, it's at Tennessee.
Yeah, it's at Tennessee.
Which is a hostile
Which, by the
place.
way,
Joe Milton.
There it is.
Why is the Tennessee game not on near Halloween anymore?
Yeah, it used to be like the Halloween.
That was the Halloween game.
Yeah, they just switched it up. I mean, the schedule's been changing a lot lately.
Oh, wait till next year.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh yeah, that's
year's
gonna be
Georgia, no more Florida, no more
Tennessee.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tennessee. So we got wins across the board then.
No, I'm gonna give him a win.
Okay,
you're giving South Carolina a win
against Tennessee just because I know a boy is out.
Joe Milton has an arm, but he doesn't deliver it. I mean, when he came in, the majority of the points were already there.
Here's my issue, and I've said it in other podcasts as well. It's just going to Knoxville.
It's hard.
South Carolina's only won in Knoxville like 3 times, maybe 4 times.
Some of the angriest games I've ever been.
Oh, absolutely.
Their fans talk shit.
Well, their fans are just trash, really.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you, after what happened with Marcus Lattimore, I can't escape that picture of what happened to him from Tennessee fans because it happened against Tennessee.
Right.
I was at that game, and it was that man. Not a pin drop. You could hear it, but I got to go Tennessee in this one.
Okay.
I don't want to, but
sure.
That's the one that's tugging at me the most too because I'm like, I mean, do it again.
Right? No, absolutely. No, they could absolutely do it.
Yeah,
they absolutely.
So what
could
you got?
Give them a dub.
All right. So here's the thing. For the rest of these, we're just going to go through them real quick. South Carolina's hosting Florida.
Dub.
That's an easy win.
All right. Next one is Missouri at Missouri.
Shit.
I'm going to say L just because Missouri has been tripping us up for no damn reason.
L too because y'all don't play good against Missouri for
All
some
right.
reason.
All right. Losers there, and Zach, you're leaning.
You don't want it.
I think he's afraid
And it's
somebody.
in Columbia, Missouri.
I
The
think he's
other
afraid
goal.
somebody on the team's going to hear this.
Oh, they're definitely gonna hear this.
Gotta go to
We're
the
gonna
zoo.
clip it up, Zach. So just be ready, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's the dumbest streak out there that should not be in existence right now.
Yeah.
Mizzou's not even really.
How many
SEC,
they have on
let's
y'all?
just say it.
I don't want to talk about it. It's like 4 or something.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, it's at least 3 because when I went in 2019 to see Wake Forest, we watched the rain game happen. Wasn't that 2019, the rain game?
Yes. Yes, it was.
So it is 3.
Yeah. That's right. So
So we break the streak this time.
Yeah,
Not according to King over there and Trent over
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
I hope. I mean, that's one team I'm like, just beat them. It's kind of like when Kentucky was beating us. You're like, just fuck them. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Kentucky.
no, it was.
Yeah.
No, give me the W.
All right, we got one W there.
Breaking the streak.
All right, Texas A&M.
I'm going to get a win. I don't think Jimbo knows what he's doing. I would be surprised if their new OC, old Lippy boy, I don't see them. I don't see them even agreeing with each other half the time. It's two heads.
That's fair.
Fun fact: Bobby Petrino has me blocked on Twitter. On my personal account. On my personal.
Oh, okay.
The Falcons blocked him too. So it's
See,
not-
there you go. See?
How petty does it have to
So
be?
he was just taking it out on you, man.
how long was he how long was he the Falcons head coach? Was it like 2 games into the preseason?
I think it was like a week and just go.
And then he
Just
ran
did
off to
this, yeah.
Arkansas. He gets fired from Arkansas because he gets in a motorcycle accident with a student.
Yeah,
on
go
his-
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cheating on his way.
What you got, Zach, for that week?
For what?
that was Missouri.
Missouri. What you
No, Texas
here-
A&M. I'm
Texas-
sorry.
Oh, Texas A&M.
You said W.
I said W.
Going to the road at Texas A&M
With the
to get
12th
a-
College
man.
Station's rough.
College Station has, look, I hear it's incredible, but
Yeah.
those fans are freaking weird, man.
Yeah.
There's some weird fans.
You
dude.
can't put a finger on him. You're like, you're all just like creeps, right?
Hey, there is. I believe it's Barstool put out Colts of College Football.
Oh,
They got number 1 for a
I
reason.
can,
makes
I can
sense.
definitely see
Oh,
that.
the
Makes
midnight
sense.
yell. There's nothing more atrocious than like.
I went
so-
last year and they were kissing the steps of the State House.
Oh my god.
Why? I don't know.
Let me
And
ask
there's
you-
a trophy
I
with that one,
I gotta
too.
ask this most important question: how many black people were kissing the steps, bro? I just need.
I'm
to
like,
know.
Barron's Act doesn't count.
you know what? I just want you to know the embargo on your mom is off.
Well, at least you don't count my mom out.
I'm just out here bodying people. Let's keep it
It sounds awful.
give me the loss. It's
Want the
exciting.
loss
on that one?
I
Okay.
hate to do it.
We're going to do a quick fire round. Jacksonville State.
Oh, win.
W.
We're the real Gamecocks. We're doing this.
All right. We got Vanderbilt after that.
Win.
Win. All right. Kentucky after that. Home.
Win.
Win.
All right. Win. And
They don't have the
lastly,
mayonnaise coffee drinking, banana peel eating quarterback anymore.
I'm not gonna bring up the last game yet because we'll discuss that one at the end.
Okay.
So
But just go ahead and put my L down.
that last
Put
last
that
W.
motherfucking L down.
Trent, you want me to put an L down
No,
here?
no, not down there. Bring it on up, brother.
That's
Your printer needs a little ink.
Yeah,
They're gonna bring Dabo out earmuffs so he didn't damage his hearing.
Ink is expensive, huh?
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back after the break, and we'll discuss some more football. Also, I do have some serious questions about who the worst fans in all of college football are. So we'll get into that because I have my opinion. We all have
We
our
agree
opinion.
on
Oh, okay,
yeah,
fair, good.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. This is the All About Nothing podcast. We'll be right back.
Hey, y'all know Coast. You're listening to the All About Nothing podcast.
All right, welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. Barrett Gruber, Zach King, Trent Clark. Zach from the Famously Garnet. Make sure to check him out on Twitter. It's at Famously Garnet. Correct?
Yep.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I famously garnet on every platform.
Every single platform.
Every single platform.
You operate that completely yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have a staff yet?
No.
Is it producing any money?
Yeah.
Oh, see
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
that is all that matters.
You got the swag too, and you just had to deal with who's that company? You just had?
Homefield.
Homefield.
Yes.
They have some awesome. That's one of them.
It's
All
right here. This is one of them. So if They have it for every team. Even these guys over here, Clemson.
Team in the upstate.
Yeah, that team in the upstate. So if you use promo code Famously Garnet, you get 15% off your order. So I mean, hey,
do it.
That is the Famously Garnet code.
That's it, man. Famously Garnet, all one word.
All right,
that's the exclusive right here on the All About Nothing podcast.
Actually, I saw him promote that the other day.
Well, this is audibly
they didn't have to know that, Barrett.
So, y'all want to go through Clemson's schedule just real quick?
Sure.
I feel like this is mostly
just put me down for W's, an L on Wake, and an L on South Carolina.
That's all you want.
Lose the Wake Forest.
So Zach, you want a W on Wake, a loss there, okay, and what was the other one?
Man, just read them out. Come on.
All right, fine. So first game, Clemson at Duke. Y'all all gave me wins on that. Clemson hosts Charleston Southern. I'm going to just say you guys are going to give me W's on that one as well.
That's an L?
Yeah. Florida Atlantic, I assume that's going to be a W.
Go Owls. Let's go ahead and put that L.
You want me to put L's? Okay. All right, Zach.
No, they've had a football program since, 2011?
Yeah. Okay, so Florida State's next. They're hosting Florida State.
It's a win.
People are high on Florida State. I don't understand it. Zach, do you have...
Well, here's the thing. Florida State's also done very well in the transfer portal. Jaheim Bell. Yeah, exactly. Don't want to go into that too much.
Because we're angry.
Well, Jaheim had its moments. But like I said, look, Travis Hunter's fantastic, and he may be in the Heisman conversation when it's all said and done at the end of the season. But I think going on the road at Clemson has always been a tough task that Florida State has not been able to do. So I'd have to give Clemson the win at going in. No, against Florida State.
Okay.
Really, because, it's at Clemson.
Okay. So, Florida State.
I'm giving them an L.
You're giving them an L?
Yeah, I'm buying the hype. Let's do it.
All right. So, we got win-win.
Jay Will be proud that you just did that.
But here's the thing.
Oh, God. Never mind. Erase that. It's in pencil. Yeah, that's Mike's brother. Fuck him.
That's not the only time that Clemson's going to face Florida State, though, next season.
Yeah, that's true. It probably is.
Oh, championship.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
What about those Tar Heels everybody's talking about?
Yeah, what about them? No, I'll just say this. The ACC championship game is one of the most boring, the least interesting games I've ever seen in my entire life. And that specifically, I say that because when Georgia Tech was, in the ACC championship pretty consistently, nobody would show up to these games. But then they moved them
because it's Georgia Tech.
Well, no,
I'll trade with them. I'd rather go to Bank of America than
they make Groupons for the ACC championship.
Yeah,
game, and they did it when Clemson played North Carolina last time.
Yeah. I mean,
$15 Groupon.
No, you could go to Bojangles and
you have to find a Winn-Dixie.
You go to Bojangles for the ACC championship, and as long as you presented a dirty straw, they'd let you in for free. So
they're just happy you don't have to be on Raycom anymore.
Following Georgia Tech's in the ACC, I fully admit that the ACC is a crap conference for the most part.
Didn't they just move to the CW?
Yeah, but it's an
the Shirtless Boy Network.
It's an affiliate of the CW. It'll be on channel 10.4. And
so after One Tree Hill, you get to watch Clemson play Duke.
When the rerun of the Flash is over, come on.
Everybody's going to be super disappointed. They're not going to get to watch Riverdale at all. Syracuse. They're at Clemson's at Syracuse after that. What do we got?
Oh man,
the other orange that gives them shit every time. Where are they playing?
At Syracuse. That is, by the way, the only reason that Syracuse has a dome, I assume, is to keep the mosquitoes out.
Whoever moved out of there.
Well,
that's New York, so it could snow.
No, it can't. No.
Syracuse?
Not on September
Syracuse
30th.
is a pretty place, but no one in New York gives a damn about college football.
Their mosquitoes are about this big.
Yeah, they're about pterodactyl size.
Yeah.
I mean, my family's from there. I can attest to that.
That's the only reason they play in a dome is because it's got to be because of mosquitoes. Because otherwise, it's 70. No, I guess into September it's probably in the 50s or 60s. But for some reason, the mosquitoes thrive.
I'm going to go off of history for this one and say give the Big Orange, give them a dub.
You're going to give big. Okay, so you're giving Clemson the loss.
Yes.
Okay, because they're both.
Every time they play, I'm like, they could do it. They take them to the wire because Clemson's like, we're going to stroll in there and.
What do you guys think?
I've got Clemson in this one.
All right, Clemson's a win on that one. Okay, so following that, we got I don't remember.
And you can tell how objective I'm being with my Clemson picks.
You know what the worst? You know what the worst
Just
part
making sure
is?
you putting some L's.
I can't even tell which column I'm writing
neither,
in
me
anymore.
neither,
So
but-
none of this is going to make any difference. We're not recording it for.
That's just so Trent can be like, I called it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to call it with that paperwork.
Exactly
did I call
right.
it?
No one can back up your story.
I don't know. I don't remember where I was writing, so it doesn't matter. We got Wake Forest after that. Clemson hosts Wake Forest. I think I know where Zach's going to go.
It's a big
Go
dub.
Deeks.
Yeah, Zach's going to say a loss on that one.
We're going to have to run it, though. Yeah. Those quarterback brothers, we got them going like, Dave, can we talk real quick? Transfer portal does exist. You can use it.
Famously Garnet Zack.
I'm going to go with Clemson on that one.
Clemson on that one. Okay, so I'm going to put big win on that one. Okay, at Miami.
Clemson win.
Yeah, I think Clemson's probably got that one as well.
Another team that's a little too hype.
Yeah, they're not back.
No.
They got their tails blown off last year at Middle Tennessee State University.
Correct.
That's embarrassing.
That is nasty work,
Yeah,
boys.
It is.
That is embarrassing. North Carolina State is the Halloween game this year at North Carolina State.
Oh, that's a win.
Zach.
I'm going to let that go first
Oh,
because I'm
okay.
still contemplating.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give that to Clemson as well. And NC State, they lost Ryan Finley to Kentucky. So
Yeah.
No, they don't have much going for them right now.
And King.
But NC State's been the one North Carolina team that's done it. Like, that did it. Beat Clemson. No, it's an L for NC State. All
right.
Sorry.
Notre Dame. We did see them play this past weekend.
That's home. for
Now
Clemson?
they have former
it's the
Sam
home game.
Hartman, former Wake Forest quarterback out there.
That could be an L for us. I'm gonna put L.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an L too.
All right.
Sam knows that defense. Let's let him go.
Yeah, he goes pretty crazy on us.
Yeah, no, Clemson's not going to be able to handle that running game that they've got to offer. Clemson lost too much on that defense last year on that defensive line.
Facts.
Sure, they have some great players still in there. It's not going to be enough between
Gotcha.
Sam Hartman and the running game.
Yeah.
So just a sidebar. Where do we think Notre Dame's going to end up this year? Because
It might be in the top 4.
you
Playing South Carolina in the national championship game, duh.
wow, that's brave. That is okay. So Zach's
I kid.
Zach was
Notre
smoking
Dame will
something
never
during the
get
break.
Zach definitely hit something.
Honestly, Notre Dame, I think they're still an NBC. They still have
Correct.
that NBC contract. So
Correct,
I think automatically, even if they lose the entire season, you have to get them in at least the top 10.
Well, like who just met all today, and it was the conference. Like some of the conference guys got together, and then like the dean of the athletics director of Notre Dame, he's just like, yeah, it's nice being independent. That money's fucking through.
I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
So
We're gonna have real gold helmets soon.
Yeah, and they bit the ACC over going like, well, yeah, we're ACC and everything but football.
yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's ridiculous. How do you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you attach yourself to a dying conference, though?
Well,
I mean,
ACC
but
is
In
not
10
the worst
years,
of
the
it.
ACC will probably not exist.
But they're like, how long has Notre Dame been ACC? Not long, right?
It's been a few
recently.
years.
Yeah,
It was very
like 2 or
recent, so
3
it wasn't
years.
like they attached their name to us. They could have went. They could have went to the.
They were like, in every sport will be ACC except for football, where we make a whole lot of money. Like it's just
Because
ridiculous.
if they went to if they joined the ACC with their football contract, which is ESPN now,
Correct.
honestly, that they lose out on literally having the national game every single week on NBC, and losing that.
I can't stand Notre Dame. I cannot stand them.
Yeah.
And last year just put the nail in the coffin, even though it was a fantastic game.
It was a great game.
It was
It
like
was.
it was when you thought maybe we were down, 100-yard kick return, pickoff return. I mean, it was an amazing game.
Just as long as both of us lost to them, that's all that mattered.
So before
Yeah, we beat Tennessee though, so there's that.
Before I move on to the next one, I need for you guys to take just a little bit of care because they're playing Georgia Tech at Clemson.
Okay, well, small L
A little L. You
for
want-
Georgia Tech, sir.
Oh, a small L for Georgia Tech. So
Correct.
that's
I took it easy.
a win for.
Just your run of the mill L.
Oh, all right. For Georgia Tech.
You saying for Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Okay, so a win for Clemson. And Zach,
win for
little
Clemson.
Grace. Damn it.
Well, your best wide receiver came to us a couple years ago.
You better go back to that wing T. I'm trying to tell you.
Clemson hosts North Carolina. for the second to last game.
It's non-divisional anymore too. That's so funny.
A lot of thinking going on this one.
Win. That's a win.
Okay.
That's a win.
We didn't watch Wake Forest play North Carolina a couple of years ago when it was ACC versus ACC, but it wasn't an ACC game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't do this. What is this? The only conference that pulls some baloney off like that.
A lot of thinking.
It's an L. They're not going to be able to do what we did, just like when they played Tennessee.
Okay. So Clemson.
You're gonna have
Drake
to prove
May
that
hits
next
his
week.
groove. They're going to get Tez in.
Yeah.
This is
You're gonna have
be
to prove this next week.
I was going to say, I think the NCAA will have a decision, probably have them in 3 or 4 games, Tez Walker into the season, and I think that's going to make a big difference for UNC's offense. And I think, no offense to Clemson, but their DBs are they're not good.
Yeah.
And you put such a prolific target in there and make the whole defense key on him, and then you leave your other guys open.
You open that field up, man.
It's going to be great.
No, I give UNC the win in that one.
All right. So my hope is that this last one is.
It's not gonna start anything.
I really want it to engage. So hold on, let me. I just need to be prepared. Grabbing my phone.
I thought it was my phone.
Hold on.
Yeah, now he's acting like Brock
right.
Meyer.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the last time that I saw a football game that went this poorly. It was 1982.
Well, I'll start it off. Clemson has to come to Willie B. They couldn't do it in their own stadium last year with their boys. That defense that they still had, I don't think it's any dog's game, but I think South Carolina's going to do it. South Carolina should be hitting a groove. We will have our toughest games already kind of past us.
Let me also point out that South Carolina, to end this season, 4 home games in a row. Mm-hmm. That's unheard of.
And Clemson has to play North Carolina before they play us.
But usually, like you're saying with USC, like for some reason they always have y'all last games usually all be away for some reason. Like y'all like have a lot of games in the middle. In the beginning of the seasons as home, but closer to the end, you be like, damn, I want to go to a USC game.
Yeah, the first stretch is always kind of a bit hell.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Spurrier seemed to have some sort of an in with the scheduling because like it almost always felt like the Clemson Carolina game was after a Carolina bye
or the fair.
Well, the fair was
around Tennessee.
The fair always used to be a Vanderbilt game.
Well, yeah, that's true, right? Yeah,
that was almost always.
Well, Spurrier's just like, listen, we're playing Georgia. They always have somebody arrested. Number 2, doing that right now.
That's still fair.
Steven don't start drinking until about mid-season.
That's facts. Or mid-game.
So ultimately, for
cut your hair, shave your beard.
For the Clemson Carolina game, I guess I want to go a little further. I'd like for you guys to give me what you think the potential score might be. That's I know.
And what Cade is their quarterback? Trent, who's your quarterback?
Let's pretend like everybody's healthy.
Who's your quarterback?
Can you get off my shit? Can you get off my shit? Can you get off? He asked you a question. Answer the question.
I'm trying to remember.
Answer the question with a question.
If you could tell me.
Answer the question. Answer the question. What's the score? And we can do it like that.
Whenever you name your quarterback, I'll be able to give more information.
Well, I can name the 72-43 record that's going right now.
Claim the score.
If you want to talk numbers.
Well, you can live in the past. Let's see. I will say it's going to be a 38.
Who's got 38?
21.
38-21. South Carolina.
They're going to be sad boys. Like 2 Carolinas back to back. Go.
I'm saying
35-21.
23-10.
23-10.
Yep.
I assume that's Clemson.
Correct.
All right. Zach, what are you thinking?
4 home games in a row, guys.
Yeah. That's
Trent,
that's a wave.
I work y'all games, so don't ask me how I've been.
All right.
I work y'all games.
Trent's been, so he's seen the.
I've seen the atmosphere.
Okay, since the lights have come, then you've seen. That.
Yes, everybody wants to talk about these freaking lights.
They are pretty.
Look.
All of the lights are.
I'm like, these lights look the same. Like y'all just changed the bulbs. That's all y'all did is put color bulbs in there.
There was some engineering in there. There was some engineering.
Oh yeah, so you can turn them down, turn them up, so they can.
They're LED, bro. Come on.
Different colors.
Different colors here and there.
We've got Darude coming in for the Kentucky
game. Oh yeah,
game.
yeah.
That's already gonna have Columbia pumped up.
Okay.
It's gonna be violent.
He asked for a score, Zach. He didn't ask for analysis on who's coming, what lights are going to be shown. We didn't ask all that.
There's no hill for Dabo to run down and get pumped up on.
He could go to the stairs.
Who's Darude and why is it so loud?
Give me the Gamecocks 31-21.
31-21 Gamecocks. All right. So
What you got? I want to hear yours.
Mine? Honestly, I think Clemson's probably going to wind up pulling it off.
Well, give me your score.
I'm going to say I don't think it's going to be
And
as
write
high.
it down.
I don't think that it's going to be as high a scoring game as Zack over there. I think that Clemson's probably going to win it by 3. I think it's going to come down to a
3
field
points.
goal. I'm going to say that it's probably going to be 18-21.
Okay.
Don't underestimate Beamer ball.
I'm
It is limbo ball.
Limbo ball now, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wrote South Carolina. I'm not underestimating. I am simply acknowledging that rivalry games are different.
Now when Kai Coker can throw touchdowns.
Rivalry games are always different. South Carolina last year was not the team that I thought that it was going to be in that Clemson
Face the
game.
most adversity of any team.
I'm just saying
That y'all did. I'll give y'all that.
it was.
clawed back.
I'll give y'all that.
It was. I think that was ultimately because it was the rivalry game. Plus, Clemson had won 7 in a row. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that had a lot to do with it. I don't think that it was necessarily just because of the talent of the team. I think that it had a lot to do with this is Clemson game. We want to beat Clemson. So,
Well, and I think the best player on Clemson's team is Will Shipley. I think that dude's a monster and so hard to tackle.
yeah.
Like has that run under your pads kind of mentality, and that's always going to be dangerous. And that he was the dangerous guy last year, right?
yeah.
That was the dude. But didn't he cough one of the balls up? I thought maybe he did because it happened
I
twice.
don't even want to talk about DJ. I don't even want to talk about coughing up balls and DJ.
Was that DJ there or was that the development by Brandon Streeter?
I think it was all DJ. When I look at the tape back,
We're going to find out.
That's
when I
DJ's
look
fault.
at the tape, DJ says this with the ball. I'm like, what is that? Like,
Trent, so for the 5 years we were winning, we like it's Taj Boyd's fault.
if you want to be,
Well, Jadavian Clowney
had a
had 3
good
out of those
team.
years plants him like
he
a
had
seed.
a good team. It wasn't like he had a shitty team.
No?
When you throw shitty balls, you get shitty results.
Well, he was facing against Jadavion Clowney every snap, though.
Yeah, planted his ass like a seed.
4.5 sacks.
He was definitely scared. I give him that. I mean, but that's a big ass boy. Y'all seen that highlight that's still being played on ESPN.
So was
yeah.
Aaron, a.k.a. Ann Murray.
They will not let that sack go.
No, of course not.
ESPN will play that every
Are you talking about the
year.
Michigan game?
Yes, every year.
That was on the running back.
That was
I
I was
know.
gonna say that wasn't a sack. It was he
But I'm
clobbered-
saying they'll play that every year. Like,
what
God
was his name?
damn.
Well, hey, if they would have given South Carolina the call,
Yeah,
that would have
that's
happened.
true.
That would have
That's
never
true.
happened.
Facts.
Straight robbery.
Facts.
Hey,
And I love that you posted that the whole get up of what actually happened, other than just because people need to know why Clowney was so angry.
oh yeah.
If the HBC's going like, that ain't touching the ball. That ain't touching it.
And that story goes where they told him and said, "Hey, get that fucking ball back. Get that ball back."
Well, then Spurrier comes out when the shade hit Clowney. I guess he got that second wind in him and came out there. And,
That wasn't no shade. That was God putting his hand on Clowney. It was like, go get the ball.
what was that guy's name that he hit?
Vincent Smith.
Vincent Smith. That's
All I remember seeing was Dreads. I don't care what the fuck his name was.
blew him up and then one palmed the ball.
Yes, how did you do that? How did you know where the ball was?
Would have ran it back if it weren't for Byron
Oh, yeah.
Jurdo going for the ball.
Yeah.
Facts.
How many times, like the one hit he did on Aaron Murray, where he just grabbed his jersey and slung him.
Freshman
Melvin
year.
Ingram comes in and
Yes.
grabs it, and just like, oh man, we were waiting for that moment for JD to get his.
Speaking of Clowney, man, he's back on a power team this
Yes, he
year.
is.
With him coming to Baltimore is crazy.
That's a good team to watch.
That's
I think
a
it'll
very
be fun.
good team to watch. I can't wait till we do our little preseason drafts. For
Yeah,
that.
we'll do
Lamar
that.
Jackson
We'll do that
stay
next
healthy.
week.
I wouldn't draft him, but it'll be nice to see him on TV.
We'll do that next week because this is
this is college week,
NFL,
baby.
yeah, college week this week, but NFL preseason is over.
Thank God.
And
I'm so glad.
How many preseason games did we have this year ended before the clock ended?
Oh man,
at
it was
least
horrible.
2, right?
Yeah, like, but everybody's coming up to me like, because Vikings played a couple games. They're like, yeah, Vikings ain't hitting no shit. I'm like,
It's the
motherfucker, it's preseason. Preseason.
Although let me just
Don't hurt Kirk Cousins.
let me point something out. Aaron Rodgers played 4 snaps, 5 snaps, something like that. He acted as though he had played the entire game.
He looked winded, ain't it?
Was he on ayahuasca during the
He
game.
looked very winded.
Here's the thing. I saw him at the joint Panthers-Jets practice.
Yeah.
And I saw him actually play 2 series.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Carolina shut him down both times.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And I was like I said, it was hot.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm talking, it was probably about 102, 104 degrees with a heat index.
You had your son out there too, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, man.
Got
I'm
some
such a
autographs?
trooper, man.
Got some autographs?
Nah, I didn't get no autographs. Didn't get down that hill.
I got you.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, how do we think they're actually realistically going to do this year?
The same.
So 3 and
Oh, maybe a little bit better. Not that dogged.
3 and 14.
Man. They got a really good offense right now.
They do got a little stat.
Yeah, they got some weapons.
If they just score points and don't worry about defense, it could work.
Okay, so we think above,
He just wants Adams back.
above 500. Yeah.
Yeah, they could be above 500.
Above 500. All right, so above 500.
Aaron
above
Rodgers is
500,
going to
above
show him
500.
why he got paid.
I'll give
when he
him
got
that.
paid.
Okay.
I wouldn't bet against that.
Do you think that Aaron Rodgers will actually play all of the years of his contract? Or because I am of the opinion that Aaron Rodgers is going to do he's going to do a season.
He's going to do a Tom Brady.
The Jets are going to do pretty good. He's going to come back next season. The Jets aren't going to do so good. And then he's just going to retire because he's guaranteed.
No,
He'll retire in Green Bay. He'll probably trade back to Green Bay, then retire.
he'll do the Last Crusade thing. Go get the right chalice from the knight and live for another couple hundred years like Tom Brady.
Oh, man. Green Bay done pretty dirty, though.
Yeah, that was dumb. I was going like Panthers. Come on, go look.
We'll circle back around now.
Worst. What do we think?
Worst what?
Oh, what you about to say?
No, go ahead. Mine is.
I was about to say because I was trying to get back to college. What do you think? I want to know Zach's opinion. What do you think about Colorado and what Deion's going to do this year?
Here's the thing. New coach, no matter where you're at, unless you have playmakers to work with. Like, for example, when Urban Meyer took over Ron Zook's job at Florida, he had playmakers.
Yep. Correct.
Deion doesn't quite have that.
But he's been using that trade portal though.
He did use transfer portal.
Chandra and Shiloh ain't it. Like, it just ain't it to me.
Shador is a good player, but he's not. People already got him on a Heisman watch list, and that's just way too premature. I think he's going to be good.
Only for what he did at Jackson State though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's
Welcome to the Big
the
12.
P5, man. Yeah. You're playing the big dogs now.
So as much as I love number 24, and I do, I still don't think that his college career is going to go as long and as far as certain other people at this table.
Well, I think that you can't give. It's his first year doing this in a big school. Give him time. I definitely.
Do you think he'll go to NFL before?
No.
You think that's his plan? Because
I
I don't see him not. Because Deion knows his influence he has on every college student that comes up. So it's like him knowing that. And them in colleges being able to pay way more now than some NFL teams, he's not going to go nowhere. For fucking what?
Deion Sanders as the head ball coach of a Division I team still does not make sense to me. Because ultimately, he was a showboater when he played in the football. He was a showboater when he played baseball. As a cornerback, I think that he was good with the Falcons. He was mediocre with the Cowboys. He doesn't. I love him because of what he did with the Braves, but he just doesn't. He doesn't strike me as a coach. I mean, as much talent and experience as he has, he still just does. It doesn't.
But I don't think he's really there for like.
He's a Dabo Swinney.
Yeah, that's about to say he's Dabo. I get the good coaches around me to do their job. I'm here to motivate.
So who are the good coaches at Colorado that he brought in?
He brought his whole people from Jackson State.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the players.
Yeah, I mean, you also have to see how that translates on the P5 level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what it's going to come down to.
But you can't down it before you see it, though.
No, you can't do that.
No.
But
Could be worse. They could have one Muschamp. That could have been worse.
Well, let's just get the wins. How many? I mean, you said 3 wins, right?
I think Colorado will come away with 3 wins.
How many wins you think?
I can see 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think I went 4 when we talked about it on another episode.
6.
That's
I'm gonna go 6 wins.
They're having to
bowl
play
game.
Nebraska first game, right? I think
Yes.
that's who it is.
Yep.
And
They set themselves up.
But that'd be the biggest upset.
I don't even think Nebraska's going to be that great, but I think they're going to get
crazy.
dogged.
Yeah, I think so too.
Colorado's going to get dogged by them.
I like I said, I love Deion Sanders. I love his persona, especially when he's working at CBS And ultimately, that's where I want to see him.
He's the only coach bringing Lil Wayne through his fucking locker room.
That's big facts.
He's like, wow, I thought this was a movie theater.
Yeah, Wayne didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And Lil Wayne knows a lot about football.
But still, like, if you're playing, you're like, dude brought Wayne.
Don't do Lil Wayne like that, because if you ever seen Lil Wayne on the skip shows, Lil Wayne is very knowledgeable about his sports.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
I got a D1 future.
You got to think about Lil Wayne probably got nothing but time but to watch Sports Center all day.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what team did he play for?
He don't have to play for a team. Oh,
He
if
was
you want to
rapping
talk
since
about
he was
that,
12.
what team does Skip play for?
Yeah, no, that's true.
I hate Skip Bayless, so yeah, we can go
Played
ahead.
for
I'll
ESPN.
fix it.
Hey, look, Stephen A. Smith and Skip, both two,
Dickheads.
but never played for nobody. But didn't play for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But everybody judges what they say, so that don't mean shit. You
I
can
don't
play-
ever listen to either one of them. Like, I'm just like,
I mean, but you don't have to. But you're gonna listen to them because
I don't.
ESPN is gonna run them.
I don't.
I'm saying ESPN. You're gonna see it even if you don't want to see
Oh,
it.
I
Just
have to
by
listen
cutting
to
on
Jody
ESPN.
Mack on the way home. God, let me tell you about football.
I just see the commercials over and over.
Baseball is
So
my
that's,
favorite.
that's the most I get out of Skip is the commercials.
He's got it. Yeah.
Look at Colorado's schedule. I'm gonna just run out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
They open with TCU. Okay, which TCU lost a ton to the draft.
Do you think before you read that? Do you think their schedule is harder than South Carolina's?
No.
The fuck no.
No, I don't
South
think so.
Carolina is the hardest schedule in the country.
Admittedly,
because
I
You
think.
keep going. You keep going.
No, sorry. So Nebraska, Colorado State, Oregon, Southern Cal, Arizona State, Stanford, UCLA, Oregon State, Arizona, Washington State, and then Utah.
See,
There's like 4 top 10 teams in there, isn't there? At least with Washington.
There's top 15.
Top
yeah,
15,
yeah.
at least, yeah.
Top 20,
I think 3 wins is almost exaggerated. I feel like 3 wins is
Tough road
the
to hoe there.
pinnacle.
That's tough, guys, because you got to think Jaden Rashada went to Arizona.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's their quarterback.
Yeah.
And that dude's a baller.
Yep.
I mean, Florida screwed up, man.
Yeah.
They screwed the pooch for Jaden Rashada.
I think it was their fans, too, that screwed it for him, too.
Yeah,
with the whole thing where they're going to pay him like $11 million, whatever that ridiculous number was.
Yeah.
NIL numbers just weren't matching up.
No.
Yeah, the Cam's like, wait a minute.
Promised you what?
PlayStation 5.
And
PlayStation 5 and a $100 gift card to
And a
Chick-fil-A.
Honda Accord.
you can eat free every day on campus.
a lowered riced out Honda Accord.
Yeah.
That's it.
You see Fast and Furious? This is that adjacent.
Yeah. This was one of the cars that they wrecked into the side of a mountain.
Yeah, the one of the cool cars swiped this one.
That's right. Somebody picked up donuts in this one.
This is where they delivered the tuna at the shop. Yeah, this is it.
That's where that smell came from. Okay, so round back. We teased it before we went to break, but I really want you guys' opinion on this. Who are the worst college fans? NCAA football. Who are the worst college fans? Zach, I'll let you go first.
Georgia fans. Can't stand them.
Georgia
Never
fans.
could. That's that skinhead type mentality from these dudes. I just like, not like neo-Nazi, but like buzzed head. Their kids are running around in diapers at the tailgate. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, ridiculous.
So I see you not going to the Georgia game to tailgate, huh?
Never.
Dude, let me just tell you from my experience of being at the Carolina Georgia game, tailgating at that game.
It's so great.
Man, it is honestly.
I'm not talking, there's definitely great fans out there that are Georgia
No, we're
fans.
talking about the atmosphere. We ain't talking about the actual fans.
Food, the spread that these Georgia fans put out is unbelievable.
They ain't sharing, though.
No, they are. And honestly, they are very. That was my
Well,
experience.
just as an additional little,
to say,
the
they don't
angriest
share.
I've ever been at another fan base, like at a game, was Auburn fans in 2007.
That's fair.
I
Auburn.
was fucking furious, and they were putting it in our faces, and I was like, I want to kill you. Like, it was the worst.
Zach, in your experience, who are some of the worst fans, or the worst fans, just in your opinion?
I've got a top 3.
Okay.
And,
All right.
I know
Well, just say number 1.
Clemson's not in it. Clemson's
Yeah.
not
I know
in
we
it.
got good fans. We like each other.
We
until
understand
work with
it.
each other.
We see each other all the time.
We got us.
We understand the Clemson fans.
We have to vote in this state.
No, number 1 is Tennessee. Without a doubt, Tennessee
Yeah, all right.
fans.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're fucking bad.
I could post things that I get on my Facebook page all the time. I get just in general that I've seen them out at games.
Yeah.
By far, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And right behind them, LSU.
Oh, okay. All right.
LSU fans are by far some of the most disgusting fans you will ever meet out in person. No, that,
Oh,
yeah,
we're in
screw
this
y'all.
game.
Screw y'all. All right? Y'all are going to have a good team this year. But screw y'all.
He looked right at the camera.
You're damn right.
And
who's number 3 on your list, man?
It's not Georgia.
It's not.
It's not Georgia. No,
who you
man.
got?
Is it Florida?
It's not Florida.
Florida is some of the smelliest
Could
fans.
You was about to say the Razorbacks?
Could
No, it's not Arkansas.
I don't
It's
like their
not
baseball
Arkansas.
fans. They're in my top 3 of anti-baseball fans.
Is it an SEC team?
It's an SEC team.
Is it Alabama?
It's not Alabama,
Missouri.
but those Alabama fans were butthurt 2010 when I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
I was
That's when I
at
got in
that
the
game.
fight.
I was at that game too.
Got in the fight in that game.
Yeah, no.
That's sad.
One of the hottest games ever, too.
I wasn't even here. I didn't even like USC, and I'm fighting Alabama fans. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going
I had
on?
somebody throw an elbow into my back.
Oh, somebody
as
called
they
me
were-
an N-word.
The Gamecocks were.
You're gonna roll Tide for real. Come
Yeah,
here.
I mean, we got in their ass.
That's,
I think
yeah.
Steven Garcia hits. I think it was 36 to something or whatever.
Steven Garcia went crazy that game.
So it's like the end
Game
of
of his life.
It's like the end of the third quarter, and Alabama fans are starting to leave. It is number one. Alabama was number one
Yes,
this game.
they were.
And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there cheering with my friends. We're standing up there at the top of Williams-Brice. We're only like 7 rows from the very top, and I'm cheering. I got my hands in the air. I'm wearing my jersey, and then all of a sudden, I feel an elbow hit me right in the center of my back, and I went down. I pull myself up as this Alabama fan is standing over me.
Reached in your pocket, got your gun.
Barrett carries heat.
Everywhere.
I looked right at him, and my buddy Paul saw the whole thing, and he turned around and he's looking at this guy, and Paul's little, and Paul was like, "I don't have your back on this one."
Oh, that's not a real friend. Come on, Paul.
We don't talk anymore.
Oh,
Not because of that.
Hey, you bite his ankle, I'm gonna knock him in his big owl.
I think 2016 was the reason we don't talk anymore.
Yeah,
but
Paul, you just got to hit him in the nuts, man. If you're a small guy, that's what you're supposed to be there for.
So okay,
Yeah,
so-
number 3.
So who's the third?
Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's a
Fans who have a air about them that is undeserved.
Oh, it's unreal. Like, they act like, oh, yeah, we own South Carolina. And here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. They are very loyal to their sports, well, besides football.
You have to.
Or
You're in
baseball.
Kentucky. It's that or your cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Or a Kentucky Derby.
But when they come to Williams-Brice Stadium, they are arrogant assholes. And on top of that, they travel in droves for the basketball.
They do.
games.
Yeah.
They do.
And they are a different level at basketball.
Well,
games,
when the Amish travel,
Shut the fuck up, man.
They want to keep their cards
We
together.
love all Amish people out there. Stop.
They're not listening to this
I'll tell you this too. It's weird what
unless they're on Rum Springer.
no one goes like, I hate Vanderbilt fans, but like I've gone to a couple South Carolina Vanderbilt basketball games, and those fans carry themselves a little differently.
you're
Like, well, I know Scottie Pippen Jr.'s on the team, but come on now.
Is he married now? They're engaged.
No,
right?
no.
Oh, Scottie Pippen Jr.
Scottie
I'm-
Pippen
Michael
Jr.
Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, Michael
So Michael Jordan Jr. is about to be Scottie Pippen's
Stepdaddy,
stepdad.
yeah.
He's about to be Michael Jordan Jr. too.
Meet your brother.
Meet your brother. And mine is definitely Alabama for him because that's the only team I've gotten to fight with. So it's gonna be Alabama for life.
So I've been to Tuscaloosa for Carolina games and Georgia games against Alabama, and I have to say Alabama is easily some of the worst fans. Keep listening though.
Yeah.
But some of the worst fans, because when
It's like being a Yankee fan.
if they
Yeah, I'll give you that because they're so used to winning that they can't stand to lose.
But it's not even just the thought of losing. If they don't obliterate their opponents, then they act like
Fire saving.
Yeah.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
and it will never be fire saving. Saban will have to be 80 plus, crippled, handicapped, can't move. He's still gonna be out there.
I will say this too. Clemson fans do that a little bit too, like overreact to a lot of stuff. Like Daba's got to go, especially when
It depends. There are individuals,
individual
There are
people.
individual
But that's what I experienced.
Well, we said Dabo got to go because, motherfucker, you keep putting DJ in. He's not doing nothing. What the fuck? Why are we starting UFC game off with DJ?
I don't know if you ever heard this, Zach, but there was that one show where they were it was like a Clemson post game thing, and Tommy Bowden was still the coach, and the dude calls in and he starts to fucking cry.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. I've heard that.
And he's like, "You could ruin it, clip, Jim." Like, that kind of thing. Like that's that extra that like we're supposed to be better.
Or that Alabama fan that went and poisoned all Auburn's trees.
Oh,
and
yeah.
called in
Tumor's
about
Corner,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, why would you call in and say you were the one that did it? Yeah, I went down there and I poisoned
all them trees.
I just want to say secretly, I think Paul Feinbaum, whenever anybody calls up that has something bad to say about Alabama, he's pinching himself underneath the table.
Oh, yeah, he hates himself.
But here's to put South Carolina on the block. There's so many fans that go like. Usually we're kind of right about it when Muschamp was hired. We're all like, yeah.
I was not happy with that hire.
No one was like going like great. We're all like, let's see where this goes. But there's also the same time when Shane Beamer got hired that there were a lot of fans going like, what? Why?
It's funny you bringing that up too. And Barrett, I didn't.
No, you're good.
No, he's got some Shane Beamer stories. Let him go in.
Well, here's the thing. So when Shane's name was out there, I talked to a bunch of former players, and I'll throw them out: Patrick DeMarco, Byron Gerardo, Alshon Jeffrey, Melvin Ingram, and DJ Swearinger. I get probably DJ on the phone right now. He may answer, he may not. He may be working out. I don't know. But they were so for Shane Beamer. It's insane.
Yeah.
They're like, look, there's one name only, Shane Beamer. That's it. You've got Garrett Riley, Lincoln Riley, all these other guys out there, possibilities, candidates that you could pick from, have experience. No, Shane's your guy. Wow. Shane developed me. Shane recruited me.
Damn.
Everybody talks about Shane Beamer, loves Shane Beamer from a player perspective.
Shane's phenomenal. I've had multiple, I would say run-ins, but time with Shane Beamer that we spent. I spent probably over 25, 30 minutes with him at a charity basketball game that DJ Swearinger did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Fantastic event. Everybody came out there. Debo Samuel. I've got stories with Debo. I mean, just a fantastic time. But Shane is Shane. He's very genuine. Yeah. What you see is what you get.
Right. Yeah.
There is no, the fans this, fans that. He will tell you. He goes on these press releases. He said, hey, we're not in DEFCON 3 right now like all these people on Twitter are saying or on social media. He will tell you.
Yeah.
He will not talk shit behind your back. Shane is that guy.
He called it the worst radio station up there that they said shit about him, and he was like, I don't know who you are, blah, blah, blah. He went right at him. He's like, I'm not scared of that.
Hell no.
Well, two things I like about Shane that he's
sunglasses.
Of course. And the second one would have to be that whenever it was just swag that he went to drop off his kids with the trophy.
Yeah.
In his car.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's some gangster shit. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. I ain't gonna like it. I like it. Put a little fire in me. I'm like, okay, I understand. Get your shit off.
My favorite Shane Beamer moment is when we beat Kentucky after Stoops talked shit. And then he's like, so then one of those silly glasses, puts them on, and the whole locker room blows up. Yeah. It was so awesome.
And what was incredible about that, so Justin King, that's a good buddy of mine, love Justin to death. He is absolutely phenomenal.
Nice.
With not just these videos for South Carolina, but everything that he does.
Remember when he was just on YouTube and we would just watch his videos?
The hype videos he hyped up? My God.
Yeah.
Like, talk about the times. But Justin, like, he gives Shane an idea, and he just lists. He said, yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Everything. Shane doesn't ever, say, no, we're not going to do this. Everything that Justin says, Shane listens to, and they run it, and they do it to perfection. Yeah. Every time.
Let me tell you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got a Swearinger story. So I was at.
I was about to give you one too.
Okay, so the Swearinger. Remember that hit he did against the Clemson game? Yeah.
Andre's Bruce's cousin.
They have paintings of that every fair.
I'm sitting on the first row in that game, right behind where that happened at Williams-Brice.
That's a flex.
And no, it was.
You don't sit front row.
Someone got up and Barrett got down.
Yeah,
security later removed him.
That's exactly what happened. So I'm sitting behind there, and I heard what he said to, what was it, Sullivan?
Andre Allen?
Yeah.
It was go home, play Candyland.
No.
Can you say all the words and I'll just say the other words?
No. I'll tell you.
Just be like, let me know what I need to say.
What I heard DJ say when he hit him was, I bet your mom felt that. That's what I heard him say. So fast
Can you
forward,
verify this?
Yeah, can we?
I mean, we need to call him up if we go there.
So hold on. So
I need to know firsthand.
We go to he's at Garnet Black and doing a signing, and he's got his mom sitting right there next to him. And when I come up with the football to get him to sign, and I said DJ, I was sitting right on the first row when you made that hit at Clemson on the Clemson game, and he says, oh yeah, that's cool. And I said yeah, I heard what you said, but I just want to verify it. And he goes. And he looks at me, and he starts to blush a little bit, and he turns to his mom, and he turns back to me, and I said, did you say, I bet your mom felt that? And he turns back to his mom, and he says, I can't say. So I don't know if that's really what he said, but that's what I heard him say, and I tried to get him to confirm it, but he wouldn't.
That's funny.
I'd never asked him
I'm gonna tell you
I love DJ swearing.
Yeah, because DJ like
he's
DJ goes back like
nice
here
guy.
with even with GOT sounds like Dominique and Ben G all have a mixtape with DJ. They have a mixtape with Melvin Ingram, and like I was there when a lot of that stuff was like being recorded and stuff. So it's like just amazing that these guys are in the NFL now. And I'm probably sure he's like, he wasn't there. I'm just in the corner in the back. You get what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do. But
no one talked to you. Had that shit on.
I mean, no, they didn't know. When you're around them, you be like, okay, I understand.
He'd be afraid of Melvin Ingram.
Yeah, 100%. Melvin was a big boy.
Hell yeah,
that's a big
bird, baby.
Yeah, so like with DJ, man, just seeing him and like Neek helping him with the raps and stuff, it's like, man, it's just amazing to see where these guys have become. Man. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? It gives me hope, man, just to know that, you know, these people, they were broke just like I was. Like at one point in time and just up.
I have DJ and Melvin Ingram's invoices from GOT Sound Studios.
Well, I was going to say, is that going to touch them? Tell them they got to come back and do a new mixtape.
Yeah, we got to do that new mixtape, man.
In the studio.
We'll call it New Carolina. How about that?
Oh, we need another Carolina rap song that's like good.
Y'all do.
Oh,
y'all do.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all kind of running out the. Then y'all did the techno version of it.
The trap version of it?
Yeah, I like the techno version. I like the techno version. That's what I play at weddings. That whenever people are USC fans and stuff.
I tried finding the right remix on Apple Music and it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be. You got to go on YouTube.
It's SoundCloud.
YouTube or SoundCloud. Yep.
Shout out to my boy Marco though that made that, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets paired up with Darude when he comes to Kentucky.
That'd be rad.
That would be
that'd be crazy,
sick, bro.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I honestly, unless there's more,
college football. College football's here.
See, I told you it wasn't gonna be yelling today.
There was a little yelling.
There was a little yelling. Wasn't that much?
I shit all over Clemson's schedule a little bit, but
I'd like to point out there was a little bit of yelling.
Just a little bit.
I was here for it. I was riding high, waiting for it. I was hoping for.
You was just hoping for it.
I was hoping for a little more. Hey, look, content over everything.
Hey, right. You should have wrote down Georgia Tech's schedule. We could have voted on that.
It would have Georgia Tech schedule written down.
It would have been worse than Colorado.
You know what?
For sure.
I underestimated Barrett. Never mind.
I think Georgia Tech is going to walk away with 4 wins. They are still not going to go to a bowl this year.
I'll give them 5.
I'll
see your 4 and raise you 5.
You're just one-upping me. Yeah. I think 4. They've got enough cupcake games.
Wake will get 7.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's not great, but it's that gets them gets them to the tidy bowl.
Dave Clawson, we trust. He's done good.
All right. Well, Zach, thanks for being here.
Yeah, man.
It was absolutely Garnet.
Fun, man.
And anytime you want to do like a midday season update, we can just get straight to it. Come on, man.
And let me give you my phone number so that we can get
the phone number that he wants people to have, because we want to make sure we put it out there. If you have Barrett's personal phone number, do not give him that. There is a All About Nothing pod.
He does like the dick pics, but he doesn't like everything.
He's
else.
like, Zach, do not give out my number. Trent, do not give. I'm like, Zach, Barrett, I haven't done it in a while, man. I promise.
You heard it in a while.
I don't know why you had to text that to the group chat. You can be like, Trent, who'd you give my number to?
It wasn't me. I'm trying to tell you, the last person was Aha Mama, which she made it on.
If I hadn't deleted the message, I would play it for you, because it was not the voice of someone that I think that Trent would have given my number to. It sounded
Hi, Ryan, what the hell you want?
Was it Blacks for Trump?
No, it sounded
Those are
like
my people.
It sounded like an older.
Was it the True Israelites?
It sounded like an older white guy.
Could you tell they had bow ties on?
Just listen, check out the notes. There's a phone number there if you want to call the show. It's 803-672-0533. So but I'll give you my number so we can record this. So
good, man.
Hopefully what we can do is we can get Zach to provide us with a weekly Garnet update, because the Fireflies are fading out for this year, and then we'll move on to football.
You can just rotate Zach and
Kosas.
Yeah, all day long. That would be great.
So all right,
do it.
Thank you very much, Zach, for being on the show. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah,
thank you, Trent. That's going to do it for episode number 171 of the All About Nothing podcast. Links to all of our past episode podcast platforms, merchandise, and social media are available on our website, theallaboutnothing.com. And if you think our financial model of giving away free content and entertainment is silly and you're in the giving mood, why not become an official Nothinger and support the show? Visit theallaboutnothing.com and click on the support link there at the top of the page. You can be subscribed to a monthly varying level of tiers that are available, including the $100 Trent tier.
Come get this money.
Because if you pay $100 a month,
Trent, rub your feet.
I guarantee if we get you out into international waters,
There's nothing Trent wouldn't.
Anything's possible.
I mean,
Anything's
if they're going to pay, I'm there.
And Trent created this tier
If you'd like
with very vague to none.
no
None
rules,
to
no
vague.
I
limits.
just said $100.
That's all he said.
Pay
He didn't tell us there were any
If
stipulations.
you love us, pay it.
I can just see Trent being like, "Thanks, put it in his pocket. What are we doing?"
That's right. If you'd like to join the conversation, you can also join our mailing list as well. Just email us at the show at theallaboutnothing.com and we'll get you on that mailing list as well. You can join our Discord channel and click on the banner at the top of the webpage. Please subscribe to the show, like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Share us with your family and friends. Thank you all very much for listening. You all stay safe and
Have a week.
The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by me, Barrett Gruber, and recorded at the podcast studio at GOT Sound Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. GOT Sound Studio is owned and operated by Neek the Geek. Visit gotsoundstudio.com for details on studio rental, production, and engineering. Thanks to Cake for our intro music, Sick of You. You can follow everything Cake the band at cakemusic.com. Thanks to Muff the producer for our outro music. You can follow Muff on Instagram at Muff the producer. Thanks to Trent Clark, aka DJ Lonzo. Join him weekly at the venue in Columbia, South Carolina for the Saturday All-Star Drag Brunch and Sundays at the Review Drag Brunch. You can also contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram at TheRealDJLonzo. You can also phone him 803-262-7982. Thanks to Zack King. You can follow him on Instagram at KingZack07 and on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. I am Barrett Gruber. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Barrett Gruber or visit my Linktree /Barrett Gruber. Want to support the show? Visit our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com, and become a member. There are several tiers available, including memberships that give you early access to episodes as well as exclusive content. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. To find links to our social media, merchandise, and past episodes, visit theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you can call and leave us a message. Dial 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is more than you can handle, check out our partner podcast. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Me takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland. Available on all the podcast platforms. Visit WTWLpod.com for details. Check out DJ Lonzo's Top 5, available on all of the podcast platforms. As well, you can listen to the political and social conversation between Dr. Jamela Brooks and Bill Kimmler on Black, White, and Blue in the South, available wherever you listen to podcasts. Please subscribe and share this show. If you're on YouTube, please like and hit the notification bell. The All About Nothing podcast is a product of Big Media. Copyright 2023. Thank you for listening.